The weight of the past. The world is currently holding its breath. In our last finale, we watched the strongest sorcerer, Satoru Gojo, get sealed away in the cold, dark depths of Shibuya. The balance of the world has tipped into absolute chaos. But to understand the tragedy of the present, we must first look into the shadows of the past. Before he was the strongest teacher, before the blindfold, and before the loneliness of the summit, there was a summer that changed everything. At exactly this moment, we are stepping back to the year 2006. This isn't just a flashback. It is the origin of the fracture that led to the Shibuya incident. This is the story of two best friends who were once the strongest together, until the world tore them apart. Welcome to the beginning of Season 2. Prepare yourselves, because the blue spring is about to turn into a crimson autumn. Scene 1. The Ghosts of 2006. The screen flickers from the dark, blood-stained neon of Shibuya back to the bright, overexposed sunlight of a Tokyo high school classroom. The year is 2006. The vibe is different. The air feels lighter, but the tension is simmering beneath the surface. We see a younger, more arrogant Satoru Gojo. He isn't wearing a blindfold. He's wearing dark sunglasses, and his eyes are filled with a playful yet dangerous confidence. Sitting across from him is Suguru Geto, looking calm, composed, and strikingly human compared to the brain entity we saw in the Season 1 finale. They are arguing about the philosophy of Jujutsu. Geto believes that Jujutsu exists to protect the non-sorcerers, the weak. Gojo, ever the rebel, scoffs at the idea. To him, strength is its own justification. The strong should ensure the weak are protected, Geto says firmly. Gojo leans back, a smirk on his face. Applying logic to strength is what weak people do. Suguru. This debate isn't just talk, it's the foundation of their eventual divorce and ideals. Their teacher, Masamechi Yaga, interrupts them with a mission that carries the weight of the entire world. They must escort and erase the Star Plasma Vessel. Scene 2. The Star Plasma Mission. The mission details are heavy. Lord Tenjin, the immortal sorcerer who maintains the barriers across all of Japan, needs to reset his body. Every 500 years, Tenjin must merge with a compatible human, the Star Plasma Vessel, to prevent his technique from evolving beyond humanity. If he evolves, he could lose his will and become a threat to the entire world. The vessel is a young girl named Riko Amanai. Gojo and Geto are tasked with protecting her until the merger. But there's a catch. Two dangerous groups are hunting her. Q. A group of curse users who want to overthrow the Jujutsu world. The Time Vessel Association, a religious cult that worships Tenjin and considers the merger impure. We are the strongest, Gojo reminds Geto as they head out. It's a statement of fact, not a boast. They believe nothing can touch them. They are young, they are invincible, and they have no idea that a man with no cursed energy at all is already tracking their every move. Scene 3. The Sorcerer Killer. While Gojo and Geto prepare for combat, we're introduced to the primary antagonist of this arc, Toji Fushiguro. He is sitting at a gambling boat, looking bored, surrounded by cigarette smoke. Toji is a heavenly restriction user. He has zero cursed energy, But in exchange, his physical senses and strength are beyond human limits. Character Deep Dive: The Invisible Threat. Toji Fushiguro is the ultimate anomaly. In a world where power is measured by cursed energy, he is a ghost. Because he has no energy, the 6 eyes of Gojo cannot detect him like a normal sorcerer. He isn't fighting for an ideal or a god, he is a mercenary. He is the Sorcerer Killer, and he is the only man in history who has calculated a way to kill the strongest. Toji doesn't rush in. He is a predator. He knows he can't beat Gojo in a fair fight, so he begins a game of psychological and physical exhaustion. He places a massive bounty on Riko Amanai, not to kill her yet, but to force Gojo to keep his infinity active for 48 hours straight. He is waiting for the precise moment when the god-tier sorcerer blinks. Scene 4. Explosions at the high-rise. The action kicks off at a high-rise building where Riko is being held. An explosion rocks the floor. A member of Heck, a powerful combatant named Bayer, attacks. But before he can even finish his monologue, he is absolutely dismantled by Gojo. Gojo doesn't even break a sweat. He plays with his opponents like a cat with a mouse. Meanwhile, Geto handles another assassin with his cursed spirit manipulation. The coordination between the two is flawless. They move like a single unit. Riko, however, isn't a submissive victim. She is fiery, stubborn, and terrified of her fate. She knows she is destined to disappear during the merger. Seeing the girl's humanity begins to weigh on Geto, while Gojo remains focused on the thrill of the fight. The contrast in their empathy is the first crack in their partnership. Scene 5. The calm before the storm. The trio retreats to a beach in Okinawa. Gojo decides to stay there for an extra day. He claims it's for Riko's safety, but in reality, he wants the girl to have one last moment of happiness before she is sacrificed to Tenjin. This scene is beautiful, but haunting. We see the blue spring, the youth of these characters. They are laughing, swimming, and eating. For a moment, they aren't sorcerers. They are just teenagers. But in the background, the sun is setting. Gojo has been using his 6 eyes and infinity non-stop for 2 days. His eyes are bloodshot. He is reaching his limit. You should sleep, Satoru. Geto warns. I'm fine, Gojo replies, though his voice lacks its usual edge. Back at the school gates, the 48-hour bounty expires. The world thinks the danger is over. Gojo finally deactivates his infinity as they step onto the sacred grounds of Jujutsu High. He feels safe. He feels home. Scene 6. The stab in the back, the cliffhanger. The moment Gojo lets his guard down, the atmosphere shifts. The air turns cold. Shink. A blade protrudes from Satoru Gojo's chest. Blood splatters across the pristine pavement of the school. Standing behind him is Toji Fushiguro. He didn't use a curse technique. He didn't use a veil. He simply walked up and stabbed the strongest man in the world. Gojo staggers, his eyes wide with shock. His infinity failed because he was too exhausted to see the man who isn't there. Geto screams in rage, summoning a massive curse, but Toji just smiles. A jagged, scarred grin. Toji, don't look so surprised. I told you, I'm the one who doesn't exist. The screen cuts to a close-up of Gojo's face. For the first time in the series, we see true fear in the eyes of Satoru Gojo. The 6 eyes are flickering. The blood is pooling. The invincibility is gone. Ending hook, the final suspense. And just like that, The strongest has been bled. Season 2 has begun not with a triumph, but with a catastrophe. The fate of Gojo. Can even Satoru Gojo survive a cursed tool through the heart? How does a god fight when he's bleeding out on the floor? The Sorcerer Killer, Toji Fushiguro, has just done the impossible. What is his true goal, and can Geto stop him before Riko is lost forever? The origin of evil. We are witnessing the moments that turn Suguru Geto into the villain we know today. What happens next will change the history of the Jujutsu world. If you are as shocked as we are by that ending, smash that like button and subscribe. This is just episode 1 of our 23-episode season 2 coverage. Press the bell icon so you don't miss episode 2, Hidden Inventory Part 2, where we see the full power of the Sorcerer Killer unleashed. Who do you think wins in a rematch? Let us know in the comments below. The blue spring is turning red, and the nightmare is only getting started. End of episode 1.